Welcome all of you to this Insta Live today. This is Nirmala here, the Senior Counsellor from Europe Studies Centre's Chennai office. So before we start, I just wanted to thank all the students and the parents who keeps attending this Insta Live to receive all the updates at the timely manner so that it will be very useful for you all to plan your higher studies, particularly in Europe. Yes. So, and as always, our viewers are going to get a small token of appreciation. So, the best answers or the best question today is going to get a small gift voucher. You can send in your questions to this number, and I'll be getting it here, and I'm going to answer all your questions. All right. Okay. So before we start, once again, I would like to remind you all. So today's topic is going to be life as an international student in Europe. We've been giving a lot of updates, as I told you, and now I'm going to give a lot of practical information for the students, because we keep getting a lot of students asking for how the real life is going to be, what kind of a challenges is the student going to face when he or she is planning to go to Europe, and how the classes are going to be. Will I be able to adapt to the different learning methodology, because it's going to be totally opposite of what you're studying here in our country, right? And the weather conditions are totally different, the international atmosphere is totally different. So that is why I took this topic today to discuss. So it'll be very, very useful for the students who are planning to go abroad this September 2026, as well as in the future. And as also a lot of student parents are also having many questions like, is it very safe to send my daughter or son, how they are going to adapt to the new environment, the climatic conditions, the food, everything is totally different, right? So that's the reason I have chosen this topic to discuss with you all today, how the life as an international student is going to be in Europe. I think this is very apt because many students are already in the application process. Some of them have got the offer letters. We have enrolled almost 500 to 600 students for September 2026 to the public universities in Schengen countries. So as a company, we are in this domain for almost 15 plus years, and we follow a policy that we strictly send students to public universities. So we don't work for commission paying model. Lot of agents and consultants are doing that because they send to low ranked universities. You all may already know, whoever knows about Europe Studies Centre already knows that we don't send students to commission paying low ranked private institutions or universities. We only send students to top ranked public universities in Schengen countries. And quickly, I'll say some of the unique features about the Schengen countries. The students are going to go with Schengen visa. This one visa is common for 29 countries. And there are about some 29 countries in the Schengen zone in European Union. And we are sending to the top ranked public universities in the Schengen countries, no matter whichever country we are sending. All right. And so so before I come into the topic, I would really appreciate everybody who's attending this live. Please send in your questions to the number which is displayed there. So I'll be getting the questions here and I'm going to answer everything. And as I already told you, the best question is going to get a small surprise gift. All right. Okay. So before we start, let me be very, very clear and honest to you. This live is not about reels, Instagram reels, or Facebook or YouTube reels that you are seeing every day. This is a real student life picture. I'm going to how the student studies, how the student lives, how he or she faces the challenges, and how they eventually develop and grow as a individual in the Europe. Okay, so that's what we are going to talk. And the first point I'm going to take today is why students choose Europe. Of all the traditional destinations, why a student should go to Europe? Because of the various reasons, particularly the immigration rules have become very, very unfavorable, non-feasible for the students who are planning for US, Canada. We are seeing 80 to 90% visa refusals from these destinations. So it is always better and safe to go to Europe. So what are the benefits the students are getting if he or she is planning to go to Europe? Of course, the fees is low, free education or low or affordable tuition fees. So either the students pay zero tuition fees in public universities in few countries, or the student is paying 3 lakhs per year onwards. Definitely, it's lower than the private institution tuition fees what we are paying in our country. Okay. Apart from that, a strong education system. European education focuses on practical mode of learning. So they completely don't follow the theoretical way of learning. That practical way of learning is a very important aspect. And global career exposure. This is one of the reasons that students are choosing now to go to Europe. You all must know already. Okay. But Europe does not give you a degree, it changes your lifestyle completely. And the mindset, the holistic development of a student is very, very important. How a student is able to face all that and how holistically he becomes a strong human being, either in terms of career or in terms of individual development. All this matters. Okay. And when it comes to academics, particularly the classroom, okay, there is completely practical learning. That's what I said. 80 to 85% of practically the student is learning, and no memorizing concept, no mugging up concept. In our colleges and institutions, we are still sitting and writing record notes, right? And we write exams. So exam point of view, we are only learning. Okay, we are only mugging up and getting the degree, and we don't even know how to apply the concepts in the real time. But it is very contradictory. In Europe, the student is practically learning everything. Okay, 80 to 85 percentage practically he's learning, and theoretical is very, very less. The credit system is designed in such a way they have to complete 25 hours of activities to get one credit. And this activity could be a multiple activity, like classroom lectures. Then the student will be attending lot of seminars and sessions. Then the student will go to the industry, learn what is happening in the industries and all these. Then the student spends most of his time in library doing lot of research, writing assignments. All these happens. This is called learning in Europe. It is not like only sitting in the classroom, like how we go 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock, we go to the classroom, and then 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, we catch the college bus and come home. It's not like that. It's going to be a various multiple activity where the student is taught the concept. Concept learning is very, very important in Europe. So the basics, the concept is very important, and that happens in the classroom. Okay. And no spoon feeding. Here I tell this to all my students. You learn to do everything on your own. That is very important, and you are able to understand the concept and implement in real time. That's learning, right? That is called education, and that's learning, and that is going to help you get your job. That's what happens. And very, very few exams. I know many students will be very happy to listen to this. Fewer exams and more assignments and projects. This is what happens in the classroom in European universities. And a lot of presentations, research happens, and the library activities, and students get to work under the professors. All this happens, which helps to gain more knowledge, which the student is able to implement in his research, everything. And we also suggest not to focus on part-time, because you have to really you can take a student job inside the university. You can work under your professor. You can get involved in the research activities, or you can work, or you can get an internship. Okay, there are a lot of paid internships, unpaid internships. You can get that which is aligned to your course, and that helps you also to learn everything practically, and that also help you to get your job. All right, so these are the things we normally tell the students to do. Their PhD, their postdoctoral fellowship, they have to work as an assistant professor, associate professors, and then only they become a professor. And all these professors will be working or working in the real time projects, or they'll be connected with the industries. So those professors will help you to understand and learn. So this is what happens. This is the actual life of the international students in Europe, if you say. All right. And so what would be the cost of living? Many students want to know about what is the cost of living, right? The cost of living is very less when compared to the other countries like USA, Canada. And the student takes a very minimal education loan. If you see here, the students are getting a very manageable loan from the banks. So that is not pushing them to do part time, if you see. So financial burden is less for the students who prefer to go to Europe, unlike the students who take huge education loan and they struggle and they kind of struggle to pay back the loan. This is all happens. And so Europe is, you are spending very less in terms of living expenses. Also the accommodation is you get the student concession for accommodation, and your meal card, your transport coupons, all these subsidized fees you're getting. So your total budget also becomes very less when you take. The tuition fees also is very less, and eventually the total overall budget is also very less. So this is one of the advantage the student is getting. Though you're going for a low tuition fees, the quality is not compromised. That is another best possibility in Europe. It's not like you are choosing a low option and you're compromising, because this degree what you're getting in Europe is accepted worldwide, and you're getting a lot of exposure and practical learning, and that helps to get you a job eventually. All right, I think I started getting questions. Just give me a minute. Okay. Sanjay. Hello, Sanjay. I have completed my BTech in computer science engineering, but I don't like coding. So I want to change my domain and need suggestions for MBA specialization. Hello, Sanjay. So, yeah, this is not only Sanjay's problem. Many students are facing this problem. Though they study computer science from a very famous or renowned private institutions, they come and tell us that they are not very strong in coding. Sanjay, this is not only your problem. Many students are having this problem. Alternatively, you go for engineering management or application oriented subjects, okay, in your masters, or you can go for engineering management or international management. And I would wanted to look at your profile. So you please contact the number which is given below, and then we can assess your profile and then we can guide you accordingly. MBA has lot of requirements, Sanjay. So we need to really look at it. Okay, MBA is also not like how it is in our country. In our country, there is not high requirements are not there in our country, right? Any domain student can come and do MBA. But in Europe, MBA has certain requirements, like the previous degree should have economics paper, management paper, statistics paper. All these requirements are there, and work experience are also needed. But alternatively, I would suggest you to do masters in international management or engineering management. These subjects you can do. That's not a problem. We have fantastic options for these. You can approach us. We will be able to look at your profile, and then we will be able to guide you. All right. Okay. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. My son is completing +2 in 2026. He is interested in doing undergraduate in abroad. When can I contact you? Please suggest. With regards, Nagarajan. Hello, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Wishing you all the very best for your son. Board exam, I guess if it is a central board, it is starting in the month of February, I guess. So whatever is, you have to approach us immediately for September 2026, sir. Don't wait for the 12th exam to get over or 12th results to come, because applications are already open for both bachelors and masters. I really appreciate that you are looking to send your son for bachelors to Europe. nothing like doing bachelor's, sir. Take it from me, trust me. There are so many students who went for bachelor's and they are really doing well. You can also go to our YouTube channel. There, undergrad student as well as master students have given interviews. There is one of the playlist in our YouTube where we have posted 100 plus students interview who went from here, did their bachelor's as well as masters, completed, and they are working. So you can look at it. And coming back to your question, you can very well send your son. Nothing like, as I told you, nothing like doing bachelor's itself in Europe, because he studies everything practically. And when can I contact you? You can contact us immediately. You can take down the number which is displayed and you can book an appointment and walk into our office. In Chennai, we have our office in Pondi Bazaar. We work from Monday to Saturday, and counseling is free of cost. We don't charge anything. Because applications are open, we can apply with 10th, 11th mark sheet and 12th predicted score. You can get it from the school where your son is studying, and we can do the application. And once the board exam is over and after getting the result, we can upload that. All right. So I guess this helps you, sir. Please approach us immediately. Okay, some of the application deadlines are coming very close, like Feb end, March end. So please don't miss the dates. It's very, very important to apply within the deadline. That's what we say. And many students come back with good mark, good percentage, everything, even the strong profile. They miss the application deadline, and then we will not be able to do anything once you miss the application deadline, and 1 year goes for waste. Okay. So in Europe, applications open the previous year. Last year, October month itself, the applications are open. Okay. I guess this answers your question, sir. Thank you so much for your question. Is attendance strict in European universities? Actually, attendance, you have to complete the credit hours. Okay, so attendance, yes, you are responsible. Nobody will be sitting and micro monitoring where you're going, where you're coming, what you're doing in the university. But definitely, yes, you cannot miss the classes, because once you miss one class, you will not be able to understand the connectivity between the classes. So definitely attendance is, I would say, it's very important and essential than saying it as a strict. Okay, it is the student's responsibility to be regular. Once the students be regular in the class and follows all the instructions and understands what they are teaching, half of the work is done. Okay, what does free or 3 lakh year per 3 lakhs per year usually covers? Okay, this is we are talking about tuition fees. Tuition fees is either free in many universities in Germany, public, and 3 lakh per year onwards is again a tuition fees. This is only tuition fees. It does not cover living expenses. I guess that answers your question. What are the major living expenses students should plan for? Yeah, this is also a very good important question. Yeah, the living expenses includes the accommodation where the student is going to stay. So room rent, if in a simple word. So the accommodation, monthly rent, it will be there. Then health insurance, the student will have to plan for it. It's not 80 to 90 euros per month. And then the food and the other miscellaneous expenses. If the student is able to cook, it is better. We suggest to cook their own food. Then the cost of living will be very, very less. If once in a while you can eat outside, but self-cooking is better. The dorms provides the kitchen, and students can cook their own food. All right, so those are the major living expenses. The transport, miscellaneous expenses, all these are the major expenses. Can students manage expenses through part-time work? Students can go for part-time work. They are legally eligible for 15 to 20 hours per week to do part-time. But what we would recommend students is prioritize your studies first. Then during your break time or during your summer break, you can definitely do part-time. Not a problem. But you have gone there to study, so you have to prioritize your studies first. Okay. What industries have high demand for international students? See, there is a there is a manpower shortage in the Schengen countries, in the European countries, because of their low population. So they need lot of skilled people, skilled international students like you. So all the domains have good opportunities like mechanical, mechatronics, electronic students, biomedical, biotechnology, chemical, food. All these industries have high demand for international students. So you should plan up. All right. How important is learning the local language? Local language is for your daily survival. I would say it's not mandatory for admission purpose, and you can learn the language while you're studying. Many universities provides language classes. You can make use of them and you can attend them and you can learn. It's only for communication purpose. All right. So these are the questions. Is PR possible after studying in Europe? Yeah, PR, permanent residentship. I guess the student is asking about permanent residentship. Yes, of course, why not? You have to fulfill the requirements. Each country has its own requirement with respect to PR. Permanent residentship, you have to go in as a student, complete your course, then during the post study time you can apply for jobs in any of the 29 countries, and then once you secure the job you can apply for work permit, and then you live in the country for 4 or 5 years depending upon the country's PR regulations and requirements. Then you can apply for PR. That's not a problem. It's a PR friendly country only. All right. Okay. What are the post-study work opportunities? Yeah, post-study duration for all country is between 1 to 2 years depending upon which country you are going. So you can search for job during that time. Okay, so each country gives 12 months to 18 months, and some of the country is giving even 24 months as a post-study time. And post-study opportunities, I would say, you can apply for jobs through your internships, and there are a lot of job portals. All these are available, and networking is very, very important. So these are all the important aspects the students need to focus on. Okay. And so coming back to our uh, topic, and so we finished cost of living, and then one of the very unique opportunity the international students avail is exchange programs are also available. Many students does not know there is something called Erasmus exchange, which is there for all the public universities. The students can travel to 2 to 3 universities, meaning not only travel, he or she can study 1 semester or 2 semester in a different university in the Schengen itself. These possibilities are also available for students. You can all make use of it, and you're also getting a financial support, like in terms of stipend. The students are getting stipend when they are availing the Erasmus exchange programs, and the students get to meet a lot of other national students. The classrooms environment is really very good. It's so these helps the students to develop their network also, and they can apply for jobs in the country where they are going as Erasmus exchange student. And the tuition fees also is going to be the same. They don't have to pay anything extra. Whichever the home university is going to charge, that fees only the student is paying. So these are all the excellent opportunities the student can use and make use of this, and they can come out smart. So you see, we always tell all the students whomever we are meeting, spend less and learn more. This is the uh, even I would say it's a policy we tell to all the students. So why take huge education loan when you can utilize so many benefits and opportunities in Europe? Why should you go take huge education loan and go to other countries and struggle? All right. So this is what we tell all the students. I guess I'm, yeah, coming back to the questions. Hello, ma'am. Hi. The student did not give the answers. So I am studying biotechnology, and I'm looking to do data science. Is it possible? Why from biotechnology you wanted to move to data science? I just don't have any idea why you wanted. Biotechnology is a very good course. A lot of industries have come up post COVID, and many countries are focusing in biotechnology area, and the government is giving a lot of grants to do a lot of research activities in the biotechnology, food and biomedical areas. Germany is concentrating, Finland, Netherlands, Sweden, all these countries, Italy have excellent biotechnology options. Cross major is definitely not possible. That's what I'm going to tell you. From biotechnology going to data science is totally a two different domain. It's not possible. Here in Europe, it is not possible to apply from from biotechnology to data science. All right. So course relevance is very, very important here. And the university looks at all these aspects before giving the admission. So even if the student is very strong, even the profile is very good, choosing the right program is very, very important. That's what we do here in Europe Studies Centre. We sit and understand the student's profile completely, then we guide the students which course is better and where the student can spend less and learn more. This is our objective, and that's what we have been doing all this last 15 years. Okay, so I guess we have come to almost an end. Couple more questions are there. Okay. Hello, ma'am. Hi. I have visited couple of consultancies in and around Chennai, and they gave me a picture that only 50% of the expenses, if you arrange, the rest we can go there and get it from the part time. Is it true, ma'am? But you are saying the opposite. Which one to believe? It's really very confusing. I really understand. There are a lot of people sitting there and confusing. That is why we tell to choose the expertise guidance very, very carefully, because many agents and consultants are out there. They are, giving lot of, sugar coated words or false promise for the students, and they are really confused. I really understand your situation. We definitely don't recommend this kind of a thing. Okay, it is not possible to go land and immediately get into a part-time job. Practically it's not possible. You need to really understand the system. You need time to settle down in a different country, and then you have to understand the university, their course, everything. And then we definitely recommend the students to do part-time only during their summer breaks or the weekends. We don't advise the students to do, even though they can do even though 15 to 20 hours is allowed per week legally, we tell the students to focus on studies. Okay, so completely you cannot cover everything in the part time. That is all fake promises. We never do that. We don't want to give that, I guess. Okay, your top 3 tips for students planning Europe in 2026. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to choose the course first. Choosing the course is very, very important. That is the first priority. We always tell the students to prioritize the course first, and the tuition, the cost, the affordable budget. It has to be in the affordable budget. And then applying early is also very, very important. These three are very important rather than focusing on any specific country. Here in Schengen, whichever country you study doesn't matter, because the Schengen visa helps you to travel in all the countries. You can use the exchange program and go and study in different universities. And during the post-study time, you can apply for job in any of the 29 countries. So all these flexibility is possible. So prioritizing the course, the the cost and the time. Time means how early you should do the application. These are all the 3 prime thing we need to focus. Okay. Is it really possible to study in Europe with low or zero tuition fees? Yes, definitely it is possible. We are sending so many students, almost 200 to 300 students only to public universities in Germany, where they are studying without spending even 1 rupee for their tuition fees. They only got to spend for living expenses. And the other countries are charging very less. For example, if you take Austria, the tuition fees is only 1,500 euros per year, the top public universities. And France, public universities also very, very less tuition fees. And Slovakia, there are a couple of options where there is no tuition fees. So excellent options are there. Only you need to know where you have to choose and how you have to choose. That is why we are here. So please take down the number, and you can note down and get information and get benefited. All right. And today's best question goes to Mr. Nagarajan. So he asked for his son. I think that question is very important for all the students, all the 12thers who are taking board exams in few months. So that is a very important question. I think that's the best question. All right. Okay. So stay tuned for more updates. Follow our channels. I guess today we have come to almost an end of the live. I hope it was really useful. So please take down the number and call and book the appointment. All right. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.